Here we can see the sedimentation and decantation process. The boy is decanting the water in the fresh beaker, whereas in the old beaker the mud solutions are remained. Now the boy is making tea. He is pouring the tea into the cup. You can see that at the bottom of the cup there are decanted tea leaves. Okay, so in all the process, decantation cannot be the solution to purify the mixture. So here we have to use one strainer which will filtrate the tea leaves from the tea. Here the boy is using the strainer which is used as a filter. The strainer has some mesh-like structure which is obstructing the tea leaves from going back to the cup. So this process is known as filtration. Now we will see that how the process of filtration is being carried out with the help of a cotton cloth. The boy is holding one mixture of solid which are insoluble and water. He is taking one fresh beaker whose mouth is being covered with a cotton cloth. Now he is pouring the mixture onto it. As you can see in the video that the solid particles are being obstructed on the upper surface of the cotton cloths, because in the cotton cloth also there are some mesh-like structures are there which is creating hindrance in the passage for the solid particles, whereas the water molecules can easily pass through it and the clean water is being collected in the beaker. So student, here the cotton cloth is act as the filter. So this process we can use in household. Now we are using filter paper. This process is similar to what we have seen before. So here filter paper is also having some pores which is obstructing the solid particles from moving down into the beaker, and clean water is being collected in the beaker. Now we are going to see the centrifugation process. Here in the test tube, mud solutions are collected. In another test tube, chalk powder and water solution are poured. Now the different test tubes are being fitted into the centrifugation machine. Now the machine is being spun with high velocity. Now you will be seeing that at the bottom of the test tube the sediments are accumulated, and on the upper surface there is the clean water which is also known as supernatant. Here we will see that if we keep the salt water solution in an open dish, the water molecule will get evaporated, leaving behind the salt particles. As the salts, they are the solids, they will not evaporate. So after some time we will see, or after some days we will see, only the salt particles will be left behind. Now we will see how to separate the mixtures of liquids. So first of all we will see to how to separate the mixtures of two miscible liquids. Okay, so here we are taking the mixture of water and acetone. Okay, so they are not forming any separating layer. Okay, we cannot distinguishly see which layer is water and which layer is acetone, so they have evenly mixed together. Okay, so the distillation apparatus is provided with a distillation flask, okay, where the mixture is there. The flask is fitted with a thermometer which can help us to observe the temperature. The flask is fitted with a condenser. The temperature inside the condenser is low, which helps in converting the hot air into water. That means it helps in condensation. So the condensed or the converted liquid will be collected in the separate beaker, which is placed at the mouth of the condenser. Be sure that the two liquids which are there, they should have difference in their boiling point. So water here, the boiling point is 100 degrees centigrade, whereas the acetone is having lower boiling point. So as the burner is on, the acetone will start boil faster. So it will start evaporating. The hot air will pass through the condenser. The condenser will condense the hot air into liquid. It will convert the hot air into liquid, and the liquid acetone will be collected in the beaker. The process will continue until all the acetone which are present in the flask they are evaporated. At the end, only water will be left in the distillation flask. So in this way, we can separate the two miscible liquids. Now we will see how to separate two immiscible liquids. So oil and water, we will try to mix it properly, but as you know, as you can see that a separate layer will be there. So the mixture will be poured into the separating funnel. The separating funnel will be provided with an outlet at the bottom. The heaviest liquid or the heavier liquid will be at the bottom of the funnel, and the lighter liquid will be at the top of the heavier liquid. We will allow the heavier liquid to come out through the outlet, and it will be collected in the beaker. So after some time you will see that only the oil will be remained inside the funnel. So in this way we can separate the two immiscible liquids with the help of separating funnel.